Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching ISETA TV. We are here with Néné Bathily. Néné Bathily is a public speaker, a project manager. Néné Bathily, good evening.
Good evening, Samura. How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. What's your leadership?
Leadership. Samura, allow me to take the opportunity to thank you for having me here and thanking also the team of ISETA for the invitation and for having me here. It's an amazing opportunity, and it's good to be among the people who believe in the same cause as you do. Like you said, I am a child of Tamba. I was born and raised in Tambacounda. This is my hometown that I love so much. I come every year to visit my mom, see my friends and my colleague. So it's a pleasure to be home. What a great place to be again. Leadership, by definition, you can define leadership in many ways. But I think that ultimately, when we talk about leadership, we can think of it being an art to be able to inspire other people, to motivate people, but also to be and have the ability to have people follow a vision, leaving a legacy. That is something that every leader aspires to be. Thank you.
Now, the second question, people think leaders are born. Are you agree?
It's a good question, excellent question in fact. Leaders are born. My belief is that leaders are made for a number of reasons. Number one, I believe that we're all born with great talent, no doubt about that. We all have great skills within us, and oftentimes we may not even know that we have these skills. But when it comes to leadership, I think my understanding is foremost, it is something that is achievable whether you are born with it or not. So pretty much leaders are made. That's what I believe. Leaders are made by the education they receive. Leaders are made out of the environment they are put in, and leaders also are made through opportunities that present themselves for them. We look at that in an essence that if you look at great leaders that we're still talking about, the MLKs, and we're talking about the Gandhis, and even our own great singer Yusundur, recognized internationally. I think when you think about those people, yes, they are all born, but I think they also had they had a lot of challenges ahead of them. They took opportunities and took those challenges, and it made them rise and be remembered for. Martin Luther King fought a great fight, and Gandhi has been known for something, and Yusu, we have seen him as a singer, and when time called for him to wear a different hat, he did it and wore a different hat. Absolutely. So that's leadership in itself. So I don't think somebody is born just to be a leader, and others are born not to be leaders. I look at myself that born and raised in a family, in a polygamous family, but also born and raised in an environment where none of my parents have been to school, completely illiterate. So in order for me to sit here where I am and express myself, whether in French or in English, because I took the action to want to be educated. It was more than just love for education, but I knew I had to take the action to go to school. So if I didn't do that and fought hard enough to stay in it, because at some point cultural pressure comes in, you get married quite early. I was one of the people who got married very, very early. So it's that leadership in not within you, but it's the actions and the things you do around you that will give you the ability to lead and make a difference. So you are not necessarily born with it, but it's something that you can become if you set your mind into it and you do what is required of you. You can get there.
Thank you for this answer. Now let's continue. Some people believe leadership is a position, for example, to be a mayor, be a president, be a minister. What do you think about?
Thank you, Samura. You know, I had opportunity to be in many positions that were leadership positions. From an early age, I can say. I remember exactly at an early age as a child, I used to teach other children in my neighborhood. And when I went to secondary school, when I had opportunities, I used to be the president of different clubs in my school here in Tamba. And when I went to the US to do my education, whenever an opportunity presents itself as a leadership position or opportunity, I have taken up the challenge and to learn, and it taught me so much. Now, getting back into reflecting about those experiences and reflecting about life itself, my conviction is that leadership is not about a position. Leadership is not about the title. You don't have to wait to be the mayor of Tamba to turn your neighborhood, Kenzambugu, to turn it into green. I think it's more about the action you're going to take. You don't have to be the minister to make those differences. So I don't think leadership has anything to do with the position or with the title. I think when we think that way, it makes development very hard and even possible to attain. Because if we think in that sense, that means only those people should take action for a better tomorrow. Whereas each and every one of us have the responsibility to take action and make a difference as much as you can in a way that you could. And we're all equipped with those opportunities, and we all have some of that talent. You look at it, women groups are involved in many things that they do. You are a teacher and you're making a difference within your students. That's leadership. And you look today, ISETA, for what they have been trying to do. So he didn't have to wait to be the mayor of Tamba to come up with an institution that will make the difference in Tamba, that will create leaders tomorrow for this region. So he didn't also have, I'm sure, to wait for others to come forward to help him get there. So I don't think it has to do with the position that you have. You can start anywhere, and first of all, we have to accept that notion that we are leaders and we have to aspire to make a difference, and we have to aspire to do something, not to wait for the position and that's the time you start acting.
Before our last question,
yes.
You think that I can be a leadership?
You are a leader. You're sitting here, we're having a great exchange, asking questions pertinent to the region. You are a leader. So you are a leader, I'm sure. If you're a father, you are a leader to your children. If you're a husband, you are a leader to that wife. Or if you have parents, I'm sure, whether you are the firstborn or not, you are also a leader. They look up to you. You are impacting people economically in your neighborhood. Even if you're giving some franc to somebody to buy tea, they look up to you. So I think that's what I'm trying to say, that we don't have to leave what is expected of us for some people because they are our elected leaders. Now, they are officials. They have a job and a duties to do. But we also have a job and a duties to do, which is to implement and to seek what can we do, and to just do that and support one another. And that's the only way we can come forward. And again, leadership is never about the position or a title.
Okay, thank you very much. Our last question, what's your vision for the development of our country in Senegal, particularly in Tambacounda?
Thank you, Samura. Development, my vision and the development of our country. You know, Samura, we had the privilege to have great leaders, very talented, and I'm too small to even compare myself to the vision of those great gentlemen. You start from Senghor, you go to Diouf, you go to Wade, and currently to His Excellence Macky Sall. Each and every leader at the country level had a particular set of vision, and they have a great team, or the team that they selected out of the best that they had, to put it together to implement that. So I wouldn't be sitting here to say my vision or this is how it should be done. Yes, of course, I aspire, or I believe that I would like to see a better Senegal in the future, a better Tamba. But I think the biggest question we should ask ourselves is like, how do we get there? Because we have quite a number of visions. We have the PSE, I believe it's a Plan Senegal Emergent. So that is a great vision, right? So what are we doing now? How do we get there? Because it's one thing to have an objective, and it's another thing to see it through. You can only see it through if you take action. The only thing that can make a difference is action. Without action, nothing moves, nothing goes. Talk or great written visions aren't the key. The key is, do we have what it takes to implement that? And that demands quite a lot. But most important, it's important to understand that will never come solo. It can only come through teamwork when we do it, and only come through when each and every citizen aspire and said, I can do this and I will do this. But not the blaming game, or not to sit and believe that it's not my turn, or I'm not the mayor, I shouldn't be doing that. I think that's what I would leave in a sense is like, we can do better and we will do better.
This emission is over now. What speech are you for people who are watching you?
Well, my remarks will be with respect to our team leadership today. You know, Gandhi said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself through service. And I think service is the key aspect of leadership. And when we leave Gandhi, I look up to MLK's, one of the quotes that is really impactful for me and many things that I do, is the quote that not everybody can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is defined by service. So if you talk about service, we talk about greatness, those are key elements that comes with a leadership. And for me, my own personal view of it is that a leader is somebody who is inspiring and motivating and making a difference. And I also want to say also someone who's able to understand no matter what objective you have, the right pathway is the people approach centric. What do I mean by that is that my observation as a mother have taught me, you know, as I was giving birth, there was people there. As much as they motivate you, push, but one of the things that that was intriguing to me is that my children were born into people's hand. There was somebody helping me from the time I was on that bed and giving birth and cutting the umbilical cord and making sure my child had a life. So I say my children come in people's hands. And if I reflect, though as a Muslim I haven't had the chance to go to the burial site, but watching quite a number of movies, I've never seen where a dead body have just jumped, touched down in their own graveyard. What does it mean is that even upon death, you find yourself that people are the one who will take you to your last resting place. So what does that mean? We come in people's hand and we live in people's hand. So there is nothing greatness that we can do or nothing significance we can do that is done solo. It can only be done through people, for people, and with people. And if we understand, then people become the medium for greatness, and leadership is about greatness and leaving an impact. And I thank you once again for the opportunity to be on this platform, and a special thanks to the CEO of this company, Boy Jallo, for inviting me as a sister and giving me the opportunity to have this brief exchange with you guys. And it has been a great learning opportunity platform, and I thank you for the gift of your time, Samura.
This emission is over, but you can thank the team of ISETA TV and everybody who are watching you.
Thank you, Team ISETA. You guys are absolutely amazing and awesome. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Donc, vous suivez une émission sur le leadership et développement. J'étais avec Néné Bathily, donc fidèle auditeur, fidèle téléspectateur de ISETA TV. Donc, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner, n'oubliez pas de liker, n'oubliez pas de partager. Et merci beaucoup. À la prochaine.